The NBA world is always in motion, and when it comes to the Golden State Warriors, the news keeps surprising us. Imagine a scenario where the California team, already established as one of the greatest in history, takes an audacious step toward the future. What started as rumors is now taking shape, and with it, a new era may be about to begin. But what exactly is happening? Stay with us as we explore the hottest moves that could redefine the Warriors' future, and who knows, the NBA as a whole. Before we dive into this topic, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and activate the notifications so you don't miss a single detail of everything that's to come. Recently, a wave of news has shaken the NBA, and if you're a Golden State Warriors fan, then this is the perfect moment to get excited. The trade market is buzzing, and the rumors involving two names that could change everything for the Bay Area team are simply remarkable. On one side, we have All-Star center Domantas Sabonis, whose name has appeared in recent weeks as a target for a big contract that could reach an incredible $230 million. This alone is already a major milestone in the league's landscape, but the bombshell doesn't stop there. Another name, that of Kai Sotto, the young Filipino prospect, has started to circulate strongly, suggesting that he might actually be joining the Warriors. We're not talking about a trade, or just a simple reinforcement. These moves could be the starting point for what many are calling a super team. Now, for those who closely follow NBA movements, know that the Golden State Warriors have never been a team known for attracting attention with big names. On the contrary, they built their success with a unique style based on perimeter shooting and solid defense. However, the arrival of figures like Sabonis and Sotto brings a new perspective to the franchise. The Warriors have been known for their adaptability and innovation, always a step ahead. This is one of those situations where the franchise is clearly signaling that they are not only focused on the present, but also on the future. Let's begin by analyzing the first name in this story, Domantas Sabonis. The Sacramento Kings center is one of the most complete players at his position. He's a skilled passer, an elite rebounder, and a true physical force in the paint. Sabonis has shown that he can impact the game in many ways, and a $230 million contract is a clear indication that he is highly valued in the market. For the Warriors, he would be the perfect piece to complete a team that, despite its success in recent years, still struggles against teams with a more dominant presence in the paint. Sabonis might be the answer to that challenge. Adding him to the Warriors roster would be a game-changing move. With his passing ability and playmaking skills, he could help open up the game for the team's shooters, maintaining the fast and fluid dynamic that characterizes Golden State's style. But it gets even more interesting when you start thinking about how he could mesh with the rest of the roster, especially with players like Draymond Green and Kevon Looney. The defense would be stronger, and the combination of Sabonis with these players could create an almost unbeatable front line. Now, the other part of this equation involves the young Kai Sotto. For many, this name is still new, but those who follow international basketball know that he has been one of the biggest prospects on the global scene. Standing at 2.21 meters tall, Sotto is a center with characteristics that aren't easily found. He's big, but also agile, with a skill set that could fit perfectly into the Warriors' style of play. His time in the Australian League, NBL, and international tournaments has impressed scouts and experts, and many see great potential in him. For a team like the Golden State Warriors, known for working with young players and developing them over time, adding Sotto makes perfect sense. He might not be an immediate starter, but his potential is undeniable. The Warriors have been masters at developing talent, and with the support of a system that focuses on developing technical skills, he has everything it takes to become a valuable asset to the team. Imagining a starting lineup for the Golden State with Stephen Curry, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, and Kai Sotto still developing, the combination of versatility and high basketball IQ is truly intriguing. This lineup, with its different skills and playing styles, could create a team that would be extremely hard to stop. And if, in an ideal scenario, the Warriors also managed to acquire Domantas Sabonis, then we'd be talking about a team capable of dominating the NBA for a long time. However, we can't forget that these exciting rumors come with their doubts and uncertainties. First, the reaction around the NBA has been explosive. The idea of Kai Sotto, an international star, joining a team like the Golden State Warriors is something that not only grabs the attention of basketball fans around the world, but also raises questions about the impact this decision could have on the league as a whole, especially in the Philippines, where basketball is an extremely popular sport. The news that Sotto might finally join the NBA, and even more so the Warriors, has caused a frenzy on social media. At the same time, analysts and insiders have begun digging deeper into how the Warriors might be orchestrating these moves. The franchise has been questioned about its consistency this season, especially due to injuries and some performance lapses. However, if there's one thing the Golden State front office has demonstrated over the years, it's that they don't just sit around waiting for things to happen. They are known for acting intelligently and strategically. Sotto's arrival would be a milestone for international basketball, showing that the NBA is even more open to talent from all over the world. In recent years, we've seen players like Giannis Antetokounmpo, Luka Doncic, Nikola Jokic, and Victor Wembanyama redefine the game and expand the league's boundaries. If Kai Sotto can develop properly within the Warriors system, he could be the next big name to emerge, bringing a new chapter to the history of global basketball. However, there are still many unresolved questions. What role will Sotto have on the team? Will he get playing time and develop, or will he be more of a long-term project? Additionally, how will he fit into the Warriors' playing system alongside other players like Kevon Looney, Jonathan Kuminga, and of course Draymond Green? These are questions that still need answers, but the mere fact that he's being considered for joining the Warriors is a huge win for him and Filipino basketball. Now, the questions remain, and basketball fans are eager to know what the future holds for the Warriors. If the team really manages to acquire Domantas Sabonis, it would make them one of the most powerful teams in the league, capable of seriously competing for the title. However, the big question is whether this move will be enough to ensure a lasting NBA dominance, or if the balance between the past, present, and future will be a much bigger challenge than it appears. Either way, what is clear is that the Golden State Warriors are doing their part to stay competitive and build a solid foundation for the years to come. They're not just focused on the now, but also on what's next. And if all of this comes to fruition, we might be witnessing the birth of a new super team. If you're a Golden State fan, get ready to see strategic moves that could take the team to an even higher level. But the impact of this will not be limited to the Warriors alone. The NBA as a whole will have to react to this new emerging force. Teams like the Denver Nuggets, Phoenix Suns, and Los Angeles Lakers are already working to strengthen their rosters, and if the Warriors really take these steps, the Western Conference will become even more competitive. And if the rumors of Domantas Sabonis actually leaving Sacramento prove true, this will have implications not only for the Warriors, but for the entire league. The Kings will have to decide what their next move will be. Will they make a big trade, or will they opt for a rebuild? The reaction of other teams in the league will be crucial. And that's what makes this scenario so fascinating. The impact of these moves on the NBA's balance will be profound. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning of a new chapter for the Warriors and the entire league. Now, it's time to hear your opinion. What do you think of these rumors? Leave your thoughts in the comments, because we want to know what you think about these possible changes. The expectation surrounding these moves is growing every day, especially for Golden State Warriors fans. The franchise has once again demonstrated that its focus is on the future. Instead of settling for past glory, the Warriors are looking for new ways to rebuild and stay relevant in the modern NBA era. And if the combination of Domantas Sabonis and Kai Sotto actually happens, it will represent a huge step for the team, not only by strengthening the roster with elite talent, but also by introducing a new set of skills that could be crucial in an increasingly versatile league. Integrating Sabonis into the roster could elevate Golden State to an even higher level of competitiveness. He brings with him a rare ability to play with his back to the basket, in addition to being an exceptional passer for a center. The Warriors are already a well-coached team in ball movement and perimeter shooting, but adding a player like Sabonis could further improve the flow of the game and open up more offensive options. Alongside figures like Curry, Wiggins, and Green, Sabonis could become a link between defense and offense, facilitating game fluidity and creating more scoring opportunities, both in the paint and on fast breaks. On the other hand, Kai Sotto represents a riskier bet, but with impressive potential. He is still young, and although he has already shown flashes of great skill, his adaptation to the NBA will be a major challenge. However, his height and ball-handling abilities, combined with the Warriors' dynamic and fast-paced playing style, may make his transition smoother than many expect. We know the Warriors aren't in a hurry with their young players, and in Sotto's case, this patience may be the key to unlocking his full potential. However, the Warriors' major moves may end up changing not only the future of the team, but also the entire landscape of the NBA. The arrival of figures like Sotto not only places the Warriors in the spotlight, but also signals to other franchises that the team is ready to compete at a higher level and adapt to the new trends of the game. The NBA has already transformed into a global battleground, and with international stars increasingly dominating the league, the presence of a player like Sotto could bring even more visibility and prestige to the franchise. It's not just a change in the roster, it's a change in the impact the Warriors could have on the global market. And when considering the impact of this move, it's important to analyze the implications for the other teams. The Western Conference, already known for its extreme competitiveness, will likely need to adjust to this new balance of power. Teams that are already considered title contenders, such as the Denver Nuggets, Phoenix Suns, and Los Angeles Lakers, will need to respond to this potential rise of the Warriors. The competition has never been so tight, and the strategic moves of all teams weigh even more when teams like the Warriors start reinforcing themselves in this way. If Golden State becomes this super team that many speculate, the responses from the other teams won't just be quick, but also well thought out, as each organization will have to evaluate how to compete with this new emerging power. This analysis of how the Warriors can affect the dynamics of the league highlights the importance of understanding Sabonis's role in a potential trade. If he is indeed acquired, his impact won't just be on the court, but also on the psychological aspect of competition. Sabonis is not just a great individual player, he is the type of piece that can unify a team, creating cohesion between offense and defense, especially when playing with athletes like Curry, Green, and Wiggins. He could be the key to making the Warriors an unbeatable machine, capable of competing with any team in any situation. However, the questions surrounding Sotto remain a big mystery. What can he really bring to the team? Will he just be a long-term project, or will the Warriors be able to utilize him immediately? The reality is that the NBA is a high-level stage, and while Sotto has impressed in international leagues, adapting to the pace of the league will be his biggest challenge. But this is where Golden State's philosophy comes in. The franchise has an incredible history of developing players over time, with systems that prioritize growth and adaptation. Sotto may be a bold gamble, but if anyone knows how to shape and maximize the potential of international players, it's the Warriors. As the season progresses, it will be fascinating to see how these moves impact the future of the franchise. The Golden State Warriors are clearly aiming to build a team that can dominate not just in the present, but for many years to come. The Warriors' dynasty was not built only by stars, but by a culture of development, teamwork, and innovation. And now, with the addition of names like Sabonis and Sotto, the team is showing that it is ready to take another big step toward success. While other teams are trying to find their way amid changes and challenges, the Warriors are clearly positioning themselves to be one of the top forces in the league. They know that the NBA is an unpredictable league, but the key to lasting success is precisely knowing how to reinvent oneself, bet on new strategies, and stay ahead. No matter what happens in the coming seasons, the Warriors are already marking their territory, showing that they are ready for the future. What is clear is that the Golden State Warriors are at a turning point. The team is not only striving to maintain its relevance among the NBA's biggest names, but is also reinventing itself for the years to come. The combination of experience and youth is a delicate balance, and the additions of players like Sabonis and Kai Sotto could be the missing piece to ensure a promising future. However, one question remains. To what extent can these changes truly put the Warriors in a position where they become the uncontested favorites of the league? With the arrival of Sabonis, the Warriors would gain a player with a unique ability to dominate in the paint while maintaining the skill of being a smart passer. His presence on offense would be one of the most imposing, allowing the team to have more offensive options and a constant threat in the paint. Sabonis is not only a player who can score, but also an imposing defender. His ability to adapt to the Warriors' system, which prioritizes quick movement and spacing, makes him a perfect fit for what Steve Kerr has been seeking in a center for years. The Warriors have faced a lack of physical presence in some situations, and with Sabonis on the team, this would be solved. Still, the dynamics of the NBA are uncertain, and the real question will be how the team adjusts to the fierce competition in the Western Conference. In a year when the moves of several teams have attracted public attention, the Warriors must be prepared to deal with opponents who are strengthening themselves and trying to match the power of a team like theirs. Denver, Phoenix, and the Lakers will not sit idly by in the face of this growing threat, and with the addition of Sabonis, the Warriors could become the team to beat. Now let's consider the insertion of Kai Sotto into the scenario. The potential of the Filipino player is undeniable, but adapting to the NBA style of play will be a major challenge. Sotto, with his imposing height and physical skills, has shown great potential for growth. His ability to move at the same speed as a smaller player and his uncommon ball handling for someone of his size are aspects that could be leveraged in a team like the Warriors. Kerr's team has a system that prioritizes skill and intelligence rather than just physical strength or athletic attributes. This could be a huge advantage for Sotto, as he will be molded in a way that maximizes his strengths and minimizes his weaknesses. However, the question that still lingers is, how far can Sotto go? Could he be another great promise that will take time to consolidate, or will he be the game changer that many believe he can be? Sotto's immediate future with the Warriors may be a bit uncertain, but what we know is that the team has been excellent at developing talent over time. If he is integrated into the team, whether in a developmental role or already as a relevant piece, it will be exciting to see how the Warriors utilize his potential. When analyzing the situation, there is one aspect we can't fail to mention. The impact of a possible acquisition of Sabonis does not only affect the team's strategy on the court, but also the global perception of the Warriors. The NBA, as an increasingly international league, has benefited from the arrival of talents from various parts of the world. If Sabonis and Sotto join the Warriors, this would not only strengthen the team, but also mark Golden State as a truly global franchise. Sotto's presence, specifically, would bring a huge fan base from the Philippines to the Warriors, further increasing the franchise's reach. Sotto, with his ability to capture international attention, could become one of the most followed players on social media, with an impact far greater than many of the young players in the NBA. This could help the Warriors expand their brand, not only in North America, but also in the Asian market. We've already seen what figures like Giannis Antetokounmpo have done for the NBA, not only with their on-court ability, but also with the cultural impact they created. If Sotto follows a similar path, he could become one of the Warriors' main stars in the coming years, not only for his talent, but for being an ambassador of international basketball. Moreover, the impact of such a move could be felt in the way other teams compete. Sabonis, in particular, is a player who, if added to the Warriors, could balance the matchups with other teams that have relied on dominant physical strength, such as the Nuggets with Nikola Jokic or the Suns with DeAndre Ayton. The presence of Sabonis could give the Warriors an advantage over these teams, as he is one of the few centers who can not only compete with these big players, but also challenge them on their own turf. The current scenario is becoming more intriguing every day. The rumors about these moves are not just about the players, but about what they mean for the future of the NBA and, more specifically, for the future of the Golden State Warriors. The team is clearly investing in the development of young talent and positioning itself to continue its pursuit of championships, but the reality is there is a lot at stake. Sabonis could be the missing piece for an even more dominant Warriors team, and Sotto, over time, could be the future of the franchise. We cannot forget that, with all these moves, the Warriors are not only trying to reinforce their team for the present, but also for the coming years. This is part of a bigger plan, a vision that goes beyond the current season. In such a dynamic scenario, where changes happen quickly, the Warriors' ability to think ahead and adapt to these changes may be what keeps them at the top of the competition. The coming months will be crucial for the Warriors and undoubtedly for the NBA as a whole. The moves being made now have the potential to change the direction of several franchises and may trigger a series of other trades and acquisitions as the league adjusts to this new balance of power. As fans, what we can do is watch and follow every new development with excitement, because the future of the NBA, especially for the Warriors, promises to be more thrilling than ever. And now, we want to know what you think. Leave your comment and share your expectations for the future of the Golden State Warriors. This story is just beginning, and we can't wait to see how it unfolds. And now, we want to hear from you. What do you think about these moves? Is the Warriors about to dominate the NBA even more? Leave your opinion in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this content and want to stay updated on all the news about the Golden State Warriors, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. The NBA never stops, and neither do we. Stay tuned for more updates and see you next time.